Now that we have a basic income statement set up for financial analysis, let's put some numbers in place. Pressing Control and Page Down allows you to move between tabs. So Control Page Down to move over to Research, Control Page Up to move back to Financial Analysis. So if you've downloaded the Excel file that I included at the beginning of this course, please press Control Page Down where you'll see some data here that you can copy over. Using Control and Shift, holding them both down, then press the right arrow and the down arrow to quickly select the entire set. Press Control C to copy, and then press Control Page Up to move back over here. This is where I'm going to teach you how to paste special. There are many different ways to paste in Excel. And if I'm just clicking on it quickly here, you can see that Paste Special is an option. Now there is a shortcut, but I've just used the mouse to bring it up here. There are all sorts of different ways to paste here. You can paste as formulas, values. You can copy and paste just the formatting, not the numbers. You can also multiply or divide by a certain number that you've copied. So for example, you can copy the number 1,000 and then click multiply and multiply everything else by 1,000 or divide by 1,000. You can also transpose, which takes a vertical list of numbers and pastes them horizontally, or it takes a horizontal list and pastes it vertically. So in this case, we're going to paste as values because I don't want to copy over any formulas or formatting or anything else that might be associated with the numbers we just copied. So now I've got them pasted here. The first thing that I'm going to do here is basic formatting. I'm going to press Control 1, and I'm going to change the type of number here from general to a number with a comma and 1 decimal place. I'm also going to select that the negative number will be in parentheses. This is the most common in financial analysis. Then press OK. So now we've got some more nicely formatted numbers here. But there's more we can do on the formatting side, and we're gonna make this a little more dynamic too. So right now, all of these are hard-coded numbers. But I know that things like gross profit, EBITDA, EBIT, and net income can all be sum functions or difference functions. So what I'm gonna do is delete the gross profit, delete the EBITDA, the earnings before tax, and the net income. So what I've simulated here is if you were to copy over some financial data that was sent to you, historical financial data, this is what you would do. You would paste all the numbers in, delete the subtotals so we can make things a little more dynamic here. So what I'm going to do for gross profit is set it equal to revenue minus cost of goods sold. Then what I do is holding down the Shift key and pressing the right arrow, I can select the cell to the right and press Control R to fill it right. Next, I want to calculate EBITDA. EBITDA is going to be my gross profit less my SG&A. And once again, I'm going to select the cell to the right and press Control R. If I press F2, I can quickly check the formula. Next is earnings before tax, which I'm going to set equal to EBITDA less the sum of these two items here, depreciation and interest. Close bracket and press enter. I can then, holding Shift and the right arrow, select the cell to the right and press Control R. And finally, I can calculate my net income, being the earnings before taxes less the taxes. And I will also fill that right. So now what I've got is a little bit more of a dynamic income statement where I have these subtotals here that will all automatically update if I make changes to any of the inputs. But if you look at this, it's not very clear what's an input and what's a formula. So this is where we're going to start to use some formatting to make it much easier to understand. We're going to make all hard-coded numbers in blue and leave formulas in black. So what I'm going to do is select these 4 here that are all hard codes. I'm then going to go and press Alt H and FC to get into font color. Now I'm actually going to press M for more colors because there is a specific blue that I like to use, which is this right here, and it's actually from an older version of Excel. It's very common to use this particular shade of blue in financial analysis as it's very easy to identify. When I press OK here, this blue really stands out. It's very easy to see relative to the black. So I'm going to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to copy and paste special again, but this time paste just the formatting. So I'm going to select just one cell here that has the proper formatting for hardcodes by pressing Ctrl+C. Then what I'm going to do is scroll down to the cells that I want to apply the formatting to and select them. Then I'm going to press the shortcuts Alt-H for home, V for paste, S for special, and then in this area here I want to select formats, and I can see that the T is underlined, so I'm going to select T and press enter. As you'll see, what I've done here is I've simply copied down the formatting and not the numbers. Now because I haven't pressed escape or enter yet again, you can see that this number here still has this revolving green border around it. As long as that's happening, I can now quickly copy the last action that I did and speed up formatting a lot here. So I want to apply to depreciation and interest the same formatting. If I select those cells and press F4, I can repeat the action. If I select taxes as well and press just F4, I can repeat the action again. Now I'll hit escape. So as you'll see here, we can go back and using F2, we can quickly audit and review that all these black cells are formulas, all the blue ones are hard codes, and we've got a more dynamic income statement in place.